Welcome to Building Greenwich. I'm your co-host, Lindsay Potter, here with
Scott Elwell.
and we are so excited because we have a special guest here today, Bill Palmer. And I'm going to let Bill introduce himself because I know that I will not do him justice. So, Bill, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, first of all, thanks for having me, and thanks for the opportunity to do a plug for how the services we offer at Sam Bridge Nursery for the community. I'm one of the owners. We're a third generation family owned business. We're located at 437 North Street in Greenwich. We are open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 6. First thing I wanted to talk about was our year-round services, and then I'll get into what we offer the community during the holiday season.
That's awesome. But before you start, Bill, I need to ask you, third generation, when did the first generation start Sam Bridge, which is located on North Street? Exactly what is the address again?
It's 437 North Street, just past North Street School.
You can't miss it because it's always dressed up no matter the occasion. Right now, dressed up for the holidays, but it is one of the more beautiful parts of North Street to drive by. And so tell us about when you guys opened. What's the first generation?
Yeah,
Or the first gen?
It's pretty straightforward. My grandfather started the business in 1930.
Wow.
He started selling geranium clippings to his neighbors and then bought a greenhouse and started a business.
Get out.
The land that we're currently on has been used for agriculture for 300 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how many acres is that right in the middle of?
I believe it's around
Greenwich.
11. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
I should know.
It's got to be bigger than 11 acres.
Right?
I mean, I've been on that property. And you've got a lot of property.
A lot of it is wetlands, believe it or not. Doesn't look like it, but
I believe
That's
it.
still acreage.
yeah.
And you back up to the I wanna
St.
say-
Mary's Cemetery.
Thank you, to the cemetery, not the funeral home, the cemetery, which is a huge patch of
Yeah.
land.
The cemetery's great. I basically grew up in the cemetery.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely spent a lot of time there
Yeah, riding bikes and picking forth.
as a kid. So in 1930, that's a really cool story that he started with geranium clippings.
Yeah.
And it's turned into what it is now. So
Yes.
please go ahead and tell us about the year-round offerings at Sam Bridge.
I will.
All right.
So we're open year round. We only close between Christmas and New Year's. There's always something growing in the greenhouse, crop for the next phase or whatever. I want to talk about the services that we offer. First of all, we're a full-scale retail garden center. Anything you need garden center related, we have.
So what does that mean?
Soils, mulch, plants.
Got it.
We have landscape design, we have landscape installation, we have landscape maintenance, we have a container design and seasonal decor department where we'll come on site and install your containers and swap them out, usually 4 times a year.
Wow.
Cutting in really quickly because I have
go
a
ahead.
question. What percentage would you say of your business is direct to consumer versus direct to the contractors that are working for the consumer?
That's hard to say. I wouldn't really know those numbers.
But I mean, before we went live, you were talking about your business up on King Street. And so a lot of those are contractors that'll come and purchase all of the, all your items
Right.
directly from you guys and then bring it and install it into the houses. I mean, that's a big part of your business, right?
Yeah, you could call it the trade end of our business, I would say roughly 30%. I mean, a lot of it's retail.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you had said earlier that you offer landscape design. So as a consumer,
Yes.
if I wanted someone to help me with my landscape design, I could go to Sam Bridge. If I wanted someone to help me with containers, I could go to Sam Bridge.
Absolutely.
Okay. Really anything.
Really
Having to do
anything
with-
like yard related.
Okay.
Maintenance, design, install. One thing I wanted to say new this year, we have a electric lawn mowing fleet.
Ooh.
No gas.
Ooh, a fleet.
Yes.
Oh, no gas.
No gas.
Well, so I know that
all
this
electric.
has been a very hot
Hot
topic
topic,
in
yes.
town. I don't know if you know about that, Scott, but
I mean, it's been a hot topic for a
many
lot of the
years.
towns.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so are you getting ahead of a rule change? I mean, do you think that there is going to be a law change soon, or is this trying to be just really good to your consumers?
I think there not necessarily a law change, but maybe meet in the middle somewhere,
Right.
something like that, because the technology just isn't there. It would come down to the homeowner paying more
Right.
because the power is not quite there. Specifically with the blowers. I mean, the mowers are all great. The trimmers, the batteries last as long as they should, and they're strong, and we love
But
it.
I mean, do you have ride-on mowers
Yes.
that are electric?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, am I allowed to ask what those things cost? That can't be cheap.
Tens of thousands of dollars. It's really cool. We outfitted a trailer where you drive the machines in at night and you plug it in and it lights up like a cell phone and charges everything overnight.
Wow.
Very cool.
That is so cool. So you have a
Yeah.
fleet. How many?
Yep.
How many
We have
constitutes
three.
a
We
fleet?
have 3 mowers, 2 push mowers, a bunch of weed whackers, and some trimmers.
Very
Mowers.
cool. Okay, great. So that's an offering. Are you still doing gas powered at all?
We never did. We just went right into electric.
Okay, smart. Get ahead of the
We never
curve.
had to do.
Oh, so these services, this is a new service.
We started this March.
So so can you really quickly, what you grew up with versus what you have now? What's been a big shift in, everything that you've built? I mean, it sounds like.
Just I would guess what I've seen is the growth, the number of customers.
Right.
I mean, we have people every day that live in Greenwich that have never been there. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but that kind of blows my mind a little bit. We are not the only game in town, but we certainly like to be customer service orientated and high quality.
Well, I mean, to be topical, because this is going to come out, right into the holidays we are right now. I mean, to me, Sam Bridge has always been where you go on the hayrides, where you get your Halloween pumpkins.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just there the other day, last Saturday, which is crazy. I think Santa was there, and now, and I don't know if this is new or just my memory lapsing. There were a lot of pop-up carts and stuff for pizza, coffee, stuff of that
Yeah.
nature. Is that new?
What I'm going to get into that. And
Okay,
that's,
great.
Specifically kind of holiday orientated.
Right. We're gonna get to holiday, but we'll let
Yeah.
you touch back. We're gonna go back to where we were before.
Yeah.
Before.
I mean,
Before Scott interrupted.
No,
It's
it
okay.
wasn't you. But there's a lot we want to cover. But I know that you have done your homework and have a list. So I'm going to let you get back to where we were and telling us about the year-round offerings at Sam Bridge.
yeah, I mean, we basically covered all the services that we offer year round: landscape design, installation, maintenance, container design, and electric mowing. Now, the other things that come along with a full garden center, we have trees, shrubs, house plants, tropical plants, aquatic plants, annuals, perennials. So we truly are a full service stop.
Yes, you have everything. To Scott's point, it's where I've grown up going. I also grew up on North Street, so it was unavoidable. And
Yeah.
the spot, if someone asks me where to
Yes.
go, it's Sam Bridge because that's what I know personally,
Right.
having grown up here. And I also love that you're a family business and that you and your brother are running the business. Am I right? Is there anyone
Yes.
else in the family that's working with you?
The third generation consists of 5 people: myself, my brother, and my 3 first cousins.
Awesome. That's so
Yes.
cool.
It is.
And since you just mentioned the trees, the shrubs, all of that you provide, and I know you pretty much have everything for somebody's landscaping needs. A lot of that, I assume, is sourced versus also grown yourself, or is it all sourced? I mean,
No, we grow tens of thousands of perennials on site. Plant them small, nurse them to a retail ready
Right.
product.
So neat.
But yeah, a lot of stuff is sourced and just resold. But the stuff that we do grow, you really can tell the quality
Right.
because we put that much time and effort into it to make it a quality plant.
And what happens if, devil's advocate here, but if a consumer were to buy a tree from you and it dies pretty quickly? How do you handle that as a business?
Good question. If we install it, it comes with a 1-year guarantee.
Okay.
That's really the only policy we have for
Yeah, because sometimes
things
it
like
depends
that.
on the soil and you don't really know what you're planting. And okay,
Right.
that's good to know. A 1 year guarantee.
We kind of back that up by putting the right plant in the right place and amending the soil and giving the plant what it needs first time. Where if something goes wrong, we can most of the time say, well, hey, we did our best to
Right.
put it in the right spot and give it what it needs to grow. So,
Right. No, that makes sense. Okay, so where were we on the list? Because
okay,
I'm excited to
let's
talk about holiday.
yes.
And
So, what we offer the community during the holiday, first of all, is Christmas trees. They're all Fraser fir, gorgeous. Fraser fir have the strongest branches. They're nice aroma,
I love how they
last the
smell.
longest. We're again with the full garden center. We have wreaths, we have bows, we have lights, garland, anything you need to decorate
Truly
your
anything.
holiday decorating.
Can you add in a little bit also the activities?
Yeah.
Because,
Yes.
this is
Yep.
one thing that, I've driven by Sam Bridge a couple 100,000 times. And growing up and in my 20s and 30s, always went to you to buy certain items.
Yes.
It's now that I have small children and, I know, could you just sort of elaborate from, I guess it's October through December?
Yeah.
You have a lot of literally activities going on the
Yeah.
site.
So I mean, as you mentioned before, we do hay rides during the fall. Basically all of October, we do hay rides. And then getting right into the holiday season, we host the Greenwich Reindeer Festival. It's going on right now. You can come anytime we're open and see live reindeer.
How long have you been hosting that? I feel like it was
Just a few years.
right. It was hosted downtown
It
for a long
was
time.
hosted downtown, and then got the opportunity because we had a little bit of a larger space. So
Right.
we said yes, and I believe it's maybe our 5th or 6th year, but I think the festival's maybe 10 or 15 years old.
Okay. And so when does that start? I mean, I know we're deep into December
Yeah.
here, but
So the Reindeer Festival starts the day after Thanksgiving, and it
Okay.
goes this year until the 23rd.
okay, great.
Um,
And anyone, it's I will say when my kids were little, I mean, we did all the hayrides. Some of my favorite photos of my kids are from Sam Bridge
pumpkin
on the
patch.
hay bales and the
Yes.
pumpkin patch. They were Christmas cards over the years.
yeah.
And then coming to see the reindeer. I mean, reindeer, it's a pretty cool thing for especially for a kid, but also for adults to see. And while you're there, obviously there's so much holiday shopping. I actually saw an Instagram post from this Saturday with a huge event that you had, and I need to get down there and get some ornaments because
Yeah.
I saw some cool ones. But so the reindeer festival, and then what is going on in the next few weeks before the 23rd, so that we can be sure to tell people about that. Everything will be in
Yes.
our show notes.
So yeah, and again, you can go to our website first of all, and also GreenwichReindeerFestival.com for
What is the website? I mean, spell it out because
Sam Reindeer Festival, all one word.com.
Great.
Along with the Reindeer Festival, we have Santa's Workshop, which is you can come in and get a photo with Santa Monday through Friday, 12 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 6, all the way up until the 23rd.
We should go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
great.
even bringing the kids.
Yeah.
Well, and we were talking about this earlier. If you can, you recommend people come during the weekdays.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little hectic on Saturdays up there because, that's the only day you can get out. Everyone works.
Right.
That's a good.
But it's also fun when it's hectic up there.
Right.
I'm not going to lie.
So
the
fun.
kids have a blast. They all see
Oh,
friends
yeah.
that are there. It's
Yeah.
and then food trucks really quickly. I mean,
Let me do one more pitch on the photos with Santa. The
Great.
best part about photos with Santa is $3 from every photo goes right to Kids in Crisis.
Oh,
20% of
that's
profit
great. That's awesome.
goes
Bill.
right to Kids in Crisis. It's really amazing.
And we should just quickly talk about what Kids in Crisis is, because so that everyone knows if they. I mean, I would also be shocked that they didn't know, just like you being shocked that people don't know Sam Bridge. But Kids in Crisis is an amazing organization here in town supporting kids. So you want to do a little bit better of an
Yeah,
explanation?
I mean, it's self-explanatory. It
Yeah.
supports kids in need.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of other community groups. Too many to list them all here.
Okay, we'll put them in the notes. But
Yeah.
that the funds
They're
support.
they're sponsors. The a couple of organizations sponsor the reindeer. They sponsor Santa's raffle,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Awesome.
Also in the store we have a giving tree. We have 2 Toys for Tots boxes up there, so you can drop off Toys for Tots.
Do packages need to be wrapped?
No.
Okay.
Yep, just put them right in the box. Back to the reindeer real quick. There are 3 reindeer. They're all girls. Iris is one, Mistletoe is the other, and the third one, if you come up to Santa's workshop, you can fill out a form to name the 3rd reindeer. So that's fun.
Oh,
So
cool.
where are these reindeer from? And then does this name stay? Or is this
They're from the North
They're
Pole,
from the
Scott.
North Pole. And so
okay, fine. But
because they're going to be so busy, we tell everyone if you really want to see the reindeer, come by the 22nd, which
Okay.
is the Friday,
Okay.
because they do leave. They got a long flight on the 23rd.
they got a little bit of work at the end of the year.
Sometimes
Okay.
they depart a little early.
they
get
need
ahead.
they need their rest.
Yeah, so come before the 22nd if you really want to see the reindeer.
Okay, awesome. And again, just quickly, the timing for photos with Santa.
Yes, photos with Santa Monday through Friday 12 to 6,
Monday through
Saturday,
Friday,
yep,
12 to 6.
Saturday 9 to 6 up until the 23rd.
Okay, great. We will put all of that in the notes.
Yes, okay, moving on. Along with the Christmas trees, we also offer local delivery and in-home installation.
Of Christmas trees?
Yes, where we
Amazing.
will show up, you give us your stand, we fresh cut it, put it in your stand and bring it into your house.
Beautiful.
Very cool.
That's huge. That's a big job.
Also on that, we also offer Christmas tree removal services. So if you don't want to take it out of your house, we will take
That
it out
is
for you.
huge,
Yes.
especially for families that are getting rid of it, and that's a big help in the family.
Yeah, not having to worry about it.
So Scott and I have talked about this ad nauseum, but people are always asking, what do I do with my Christmas tree after the season? And we know that you can take it to Todd's Point, the Christmas tree burial site, but can you also take it to Sam Bridge, or you can have someone from Sam Bridge come and remove it? Do you take it back to your own Christmas tree burial site?
No, I'm off at Todd's Point too.
Okay.
I've also heard, like I heard before, like an Eagle Scout will take 10 trees and throw them in a river to create habitat.
Cool.
You know, it's kind of cool, like riparian buffer type stuff.
I might recommend going to said Eagle Scout and not just throwing the trees
Yeah.
into your own rivers.
Right.
I don't think that's appropriate.
No.
But, I think that's great that they do that.
Yeah.
With proper town oversight.
Right. Okay. One more thing we offer the community during the holiday is we have a holiday farmers market.
Ooh.
The holiday farmers market runs November 25th up until the 23rd of December. It's Saturdays 9:30 to 1. I had a list of vendors. You can go to our website, see a list of vendors for the holiday market.
Okay.
And then after the new year, we have a winter farmers market. Same hours, Saturdays 9:30 to 1 from January 20th all the way to May 4th,
Wow.
every Saturday.
Now, if you are a vendor in the town or outside of the town, whether it's a food truck or a farm itself, who would they reach out to potentially work with you?
You want to reach out to my cousin Nick Bridge. He runs both holiday and farmers markets.
Okay, great. And when you say a winter market, are we talking just vegetables and fruits, or are we talking like crafts, and what types of vendors do you have on site?
It's mostly vegetables and fruits. We have a knife sharpening guy. We've got some wine,
Fun.
juices and stuff like that. But it's fresh fish, fresh meat, fresh cheese, bread.
Wow. That
It's
is good
it's
to know.
really worth it. Come up one Saturday and check out the market.
When did you start the farmers market and food trucks? Like I'm really curious, having grown up here, like the evolution of Sam Bridge over the last 10, 15, 20 years.
The farmers market's been around for 5 years or so. And the food trucks, we kind of just, because the crowds can get so big, we just have a couple food trucks to keep everyone happy.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. So you have food trucks on the weekends?
Yes, on Saturdays.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, kid friendly, obviously, because
Yes.
it is a Sandbridge is a destination, especially when you have younger kids, because there's so much for them to do there.
Yeah.
Well, and it was a big help for me last Saturday as I brought kids in there, spent the entire time. I just wanted to go in and out for a treat.
Of
They
course.
spent the entire time running around the property, seeing friends, and so I just sat down and ate pizza the whole time.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It is a very social spot too. I mean, every year that we've gone with friends, we run into
Yep.
friends. That's another thing I really truly love about Sam Bridge is because you're third generation family owned, everyone grew up here, knows everyone.
Yeah.
It's like a place that feels like home when you go with your kids.
Well, and the other day I saw one of your clients there, a builder that was running in and out because he needed something. And I think that, this is long standing. We can dive into him later. But, one of Lindsay's clients really needed something last minute. And I saw him on a Saturday kind of freaking out, like I need to go get it. And you guys provided it.
Good.
Anything you need, Sam Bridge
Yeah.
will provide. Sam Bridge Nursery and
Call.
Greenhouses. Bill, is there anything that we have missed that you'd like to touch on before we commence this awesome podcast episode?
I don't think so. Thank you for the opportunity and just the fact that the services that we offer really branch out to anyone in this community. You can benefit from Sandbridge in a lot of ways. Kids, landscaping, the markets.
There's so much you guys have going on, and
Yes.
I'm sure it takes a team of many, many people to make it all work.
It is hard work, but it's super rewarding.
Yeah.
When you can take someone's backyard from weeds to beautiful, they're so appreciative. It's awesome.
And with all the jobs and everybody that's working at Sandbridge, what is your day to day? I mean, like you obviously are on a giant team of people, and we're just adding some more color to you specifically. Like what is your day to day, and what's on your focus today? I mean, obviously it's holiday related, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, not only being an owner and all the aspects of owning a business, I run the garden care division, which is the landscape maintenance division. I also run the electric mowing division. So day to day, I'm setting up crews, making sure crews have stuff to do, and looking, this week, next week, keeping them busy.
Yeah.
And keeping clients happy.
Yeah, you guys are best in the world at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you really are. Well, we're so grateful that you took the time out of your busy holiday schedule to come and talk with us.
Anytime.
As we build this podcast that is really for the community of people here in Greenwich to learn more about the best places to go to get things like your landscaping, Christmas, etc., all done and dusted. Anything else, Scott?
No, I think I'm good. I mean, I could spend the whole time talking about your family and
Me
how
too.
you and, we had some anecdotal stuff, growing up on the property,
Yeah.
but maybe that's for another episode.
Yeah.
As we're all so busy in the holiday season. But
Yeah.
thank you so much.
My
for joining
pleasure.
us.
Anytime.
And this is Building Greenwich with Scott Elwell and
Lindsay Potter, and we'll see you at Sam Bridge, folks. Have a good one.
Have a good day, everyone.